Good evening. My name is Joshua Gore, and this is my individual project for Volunteer State Community College Speech and Information. My topic is the internet and communication, how technology has changed the way that we fundamentally communicate. The creation of the internet will go down as the great watershed moment in which humanity transitioned into the information age in history. Never before has it been easier to transmit text, images, movies, and now even real-time visual video conversations. Just as the radio and the phone did for previous generations, the internet has fundamentally transformed the way people now communicate. Electronic interaction has now become the norm rather than the exception instead of face-to-face conversation. New technology has changed the way that groups interact, as well as enhanced the old linear model of conversation. With the advent of the social media revolution, the way people communicate in groups has fundamentally transformed. Previously, in the old linear model, individual A would send a message to individual B, who would then interpret the message and send feedback to individual A. In the social media revolution, this type of model has fallen by the wayside, and this type of communication has fallen by the wayside for a new model. No longer do people feel the need to, or even want to, communicate with a direct conversation between one person and another. Instead, there's a new type of communication called assimilation. In this, social media sites such as Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, and LinkedIn allow for people to post whatever information they feel the world needs to know about. In this way, communication is much more detached than the old linear model of face-to-face conversation. However, when an individual posts, their friends, family, and acquaintances can look at this information and the information posted by many other people on these websites and passively assimilate the knowledge without feeling the need to respond to it. Now, that's not to say that the old linear model has been forgotten about. Far from it. New technology has enhanced the old linear model to include the all-important visual aid in conversation. Internet programs such as Skype and internet sites such as YouTube and Twitch.tv have allowed for people to transmit visually their ideas and thoughts to one another. Take, for example, the internet program Skype. It now allows for real-time visual communication between people. Also, the internet site YouTube has allowed for individuals to register a free account and transmit images and video and text to anyone else in the world that wishes to see it. This has fundamentally changed the way that individuals will transmit their ideas to someone else. Now, with this advent in personal communication, business communication has changed as well. Electronic mail has now made the phone essentially obsolete. Never before has it been easier to ask questions, receive answers, and keep client correspondence. Electronic mail has now made this process so that individual B can answer or respond in their convenient time without interrupting business. I remember when I worked as a bank teller, all pertinent bank information was given to me via my electronic mail, and only the most sensitive and urgent needs were dealt with over the phone or in person. Now, with this technology, there's a necessity for new skill sets. For example, demonstrated computer skills are now more necessary when visual group meetings are becoming the norm. The internet has fundamentally changed the way that people converse now. The social media revolution has changed the way that groups of people interact and communicate with each other, while technology has enhanced the old linear model. Much as the radio and the telephone did for previous generations, the internet has now fundamentally transformed the way people interact and communicate. And that's it.